Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kate, and today I'm doing a kind of different video for my channel. I'm doing the get to know me tag. So let's jump right in with the questions. So I have my phone here with all of the questions on it. I just grabbed these questions from a site and I just googled get to know me tag questions. So let's get started. So the first one is, where did you grow up? So I grew up in South Africa in a place called Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. That's the east coast of South Africa. And then when I was probably about 12 and a half, I moved to Australia. I moved to Perth, which is on the west coast, and I lived there for probably about 8 years. And then I moved to Connecticut in March 2017. Oh, and the second question is, where do you currently live? So obviously that's Connecticut. So the third one is, who is your best friend? So for me, I don't just have one best friend, I have quite a few best friends. So that's kind of difficult for me to pick, but we'll go with countries first. So in terms of my Australian best friends, my best friend in Australia is Meg. And we actually went to the same high school, but we weren't friends in high school. And we only really became friends when we went to university, even though we went to different universities. We just became a lot closer. My two other best friends in Australia are Lily and Ashley, and us four were really, really close, and we kind of did everything together. And then obviously I moved away, so that was really sad. So now I obviously have American best friends too, and my first best friend was Liv. We actually have a kind of a funny story about how we met, but I'm not going to tell you guys that because I'd rather film a video with her and tell you guys how we met because it's kind of funny. And then I have two other best friends, and their names are Cami and Arisa. And I go to school with them, so those are my best friends as well. But I'm very close with all of them, even if there's distance, apart from us, which is really great. The fourth question is, how tall are you? I'm kind of tall for a girl, I feel, or at least I'm taller than all of my girlfriends. I'm 5'9", so quite tall. The fifth question is, dogs or cats? Definitely dogs. Not really a cat person, but definitely dogs. 6, funniest moment throughout high school. Funniest moment throughout high school. Okay. Okay, so kind of there's a really embarrassing story, I guess. Yeah, it's funny. It definitely made me feel super awkward at the time, but it's funny now. Probably one of my funnier moments in high school was I was sitting, obviously I was in Australia at this time. I was sitting at lunch and there was some construction at the school, and some of the dirt from the construction site kind of like blew, because it was a really windy day, into my eye and scratched my cornea. So it was kind of sore, and it was pretty sore actually, and it was kind of hard to see. And so we went to the doctor just to make sure that I hadn't really screwed up my eye or anything. And the doctor told me that I had to keep my eye closed so that it could heal, and I had to wear an eye patch. So when he told me that, I was like, okay, no problem. It'll be one of those surgical kind of bandages, those white bandages or something, and he'll just put that over my eye and I'll go to school like that. But no, he literally meant one of those pirate eye patches. And I don't have a photo of me in it, probably for a very good reason, but I literally went to school with an eye patch. So I looked like a pirate, and everyone, I got the weirdest looks. I was probably in grade 10, I think, and I just got the weirdest looks from everyone, just staring, and kind of a lot of people were laughing. And I definitely had a few pirate jokes thrown at me, whether it was friends or teachers, but I know it was a pretty funny moment. I kind of wish I had a picture now, but I was so embarrassed. And I think the second day, I didn't even wear it to school. I think I just tried to close my one eye as much as I could, but I just couldn't wear it again the second day. It was too embarrassing. Okay, so number 7, what year were you born? I was born in 1997 in October. Are you in slash have you gone to college? Yes. So I'm in college right now and I have been for quite a while. I started college in Australia in March 2015 and I started studying nutrition. Um, and I like the degree, I like the actual nutrition aspect, but I really struggled with the chemistry. So then when I moved to America, I actually took a gap year and I didn't complete my degree. And when I finished my gap year, I actually ended up switching to business and now I'm a marketing major. So I'll be able to tell people that college was the 6 best years of my life. And I'm sure someone will be like, oh, like, did you get a master's or something? No, I just got a bachelor's. Number 9, what is your favorite drink? Okay, so I'm 21, so in terms of an alcoholic drink, I would probably have to say a margarita. I love margaritas. They're my favorite drink. And then in terms of a non-favorite drink, if we're talking about being healthy, I would say coconut water. I love coconut water. And if we're talking about being not so healthy, I would have to say maybe root beer or something. And I've only recently started liking root beer within like the last year, kind of since I moved to America, because we don't get root beer in Australia. And also I didn't really like it when I came and visited the US. I thought it tasted weird, but now that I live here, I like it. So that's really weird. Okay, what is your spirit animal and why? I I'm not someone who really thinks about this sort of thing. Like, I'm not someone who thinks, oh yeah, that's totally my spirit animal. Um, but if I had to pick one, I don't know, maybe a sloth or something, because I'm super lazy. Like, I'm really lazy, and I'm the sort of person who, in my free time, I love to just, if I'm not hanging with friends, which I love doing, I literally will just lie in my bed and just watch, like, Netflix. Number 11, what you're wearing perfume. What scent is it? Okay. I don't even know. Okay, so what I wear on like a day-to-day basis is just these Victoria's Secret kind of fragrance mists. I wear those on a day-to-day, and right now I'm wearing the Temptation one. But if it's some more of like a fancy occasion, I love wearing YSL's Black Opium, so that's usually what I wear when I go out. Okay, number 12, tea or coffee? Definitely coffee. I love tea, but I am definitely a coffee person. I need caffeine every single day or I get a headache, so I need coffee. 13, what are your life goals? It's kind of a deep question. I don't know, just to be really happy in life, even though that's maybe not so much a goal, but just I would like to be really happy in life, whatever I do, whether it's, you know, pursuing YouTube and something comes from this, or whether it is through my degree and maybe I'll be really happy through that. And just in general, really being happy with everything, including where I live, because obviously I've lived in 3 different countries, so the transition is usually always pretty hard. But I feel like I've really settled down here, so I would like to continue to be happy wherever I end up. But I think my life goal is pretty much just to be happy wherever I am, and yeah, just to enjoy whatever I'm doing with my life. 14. What sports do you play or have you played? I don't play any sports now, but I was a swimmer in high school, so that's kind of what I did. 15. Have any books you read changed your life? Not really. I'm not really someone who loves reading books. I would rather like watch TV or do, I think, anything than read a book unless I'm forced to for school. But the only books I really enjoyed were the Hunger Games and Harry Potter, and I feel like those didn't really change my life. They were just fun, interesting books that were kind of the only ones that I enjoyed reading. So, what is your favorite movie? That's such a hard question because I watch so many movies, so many movies. Um, Okay, what is my favorite movie? If we're talking about like a really funny comedy, I love 22 Jump Street. I think it is just so funny, and the ending with when they just go through all of the other jump streets that they could potentially do makes me really want them to do all of them, because I thought it was so funny. I really love that movie. And then in terms of my other favorite movies, I don't think I could choose just like one movie, but in general, I will watch anything that has Will Smith in it or Sandra Bullock. 17. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Okay, who do I like right now? I feel like I always change my mind. I have tons of people I'm subscribed to, but then I only watch a few people at a time and I become addicted to like a few people. So in terms of like fitness and even just I really like Whitney Simmons. I love her actually. She's really funny as well. And then I also really like Desi Perkins. She's so good with makeup. She's amazing. Shani Grimman, she's Australian. And she's also like, her vlogs are really funny, and she's kind of crazy. And her beauty stuff is really good too. So those are probably like my top 3 YouTubers that I watch like on repeat. Oh, and I've recently started watching Maggie McDonald, I think because she lives in Boston, which is kind of close to me, and I've been loving her vlogs recently as well. And I've been watching her like Hawaii vlogs, and that really makes me want to travel, so yeah. 18. Do you speak any languages, and how well? No. I only speak English, so I don't really know any other languages. So, I mean, when I was in school, I learned a bit of Afrikaans and Zulu when I was living in South Africa, but I definitely don't know enough to really have a conversation. I could probably understand a few words in Afrikaans and maybe to be able to say hello in those languages, but other than that, I really only know English. 19. What is your idea of a dream date? I don't know, when it says dream, so I'm gonna like dream big, but my idea of like a dream date would be to wake up in a tropical location with like your partner, and it maybe be like Bora Bora or the Maldives, or you know, just something really tropical, and just kind of wake up and just spend the day like on the beach or doing, you know, some sort of activity or snorkeling or something like that. And then having like a really nice dinner at the end of the night and just kind of spending a lot of, you know, time with that person in like a tropical vacation. So I'd say that's my dream date, but obviously that's not really, but that's more of a vacation, but I don't know, that just came to mind with that question. Okay, and number 20, how long was your longest relationship? My longest relationship was almost 2 years, but I was really young at the time. I think I started dating the guy when I was 15, and then we broke up just before I turned 17. So it was almost 2 years, so that was my longest one. But anyway, those are all the questions I'm going to do for today. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys would like to see more videos like this, whether it's Q&As or anything like that, definitely give this video a thumbs up and comment below. But I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye guys!